what you said before, the consistency is so important.
So important. And don't be afraid of keep going even you've got no return. It's like one day that's going to pay off, and people want to see you cannot overpost as well, especially with this kind of industry. People are sick of seeing just pizzas. Like,
you got to do something different.
You have to do something different.
So Il Locale.
Yes.
You're the founder, well, you're now the sole founder. You had a business partner.
Correct.
And you almost sold the business. You're so close to selling the business. And Il Locale wasn't what it is today back then until you became the solo director.
Yeah.
Just sole owner. Let's go back to, well, the first question I formally ask people is, are you living your best life?
Not right now.
Not right now.
No, not right now. The reason is we've been opening, and we're probably going to go through like these things later on. I've opened too many venues in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Now that we opened the last 2 this month, I'm probably going to live my best life very soon. So the last few weeks, months, I've been crazy busy, which is good to be busy, but a bit too much. But yeah, I'm very close to live my best life. Yes.
Knowing that, and I'm grateful for you being here because you literally opened up 2 new locations last month.
Correct.
In Stirling and Kalamunda.
Correct.
Literally last week.
Yes.
And you have time for me for 2 hours to talk shit.
Yeah.
And you see the benefits of social media. The reason why I know you and recognize the brand is because it's consistent content on everywhere. For a pizza brand.
For a pizza brand, yes.
Why do you bother? Can't you just like grow this without social media?
You can't. Those days you can't. And I'm not just here just to make pizzas. Obviously, I'm not making the pizzas. My team making the pizzas. But it's that would be boring for me. I want to create like kind of a movement around the pizza. So we've got our mission for Il Locale is we make people's lives better with pizza. And when we say life better, it's if you're sick, we're not going to solve your problem with the pizza. But for that short amount of time that you have, you're going to pick up your phone, order pizza, grab a slice, eat your pizza, your life will be better for that time. So to grow on social media, that was so important. It's not just about the pizzas, it's what's go around the brand. And we take care very much on what people are saying. Because, if I was making pizza for myself, the menu would be way different. I'm not making pizza for myself. I'm making pizza for our community, and that's why we're doing this.
Amazing, and I like that because I remember when I make the decision to make a takeaway order. When I make the order, I'm looking forward to it. Nothing else matters.
There you go.
It's a hype up.
Yeah.
For the moment you get the pizza, and then you eat it. You got your 8 slices. For me, it's a whole pizza to myself, large one because I'm a big boy.
Same.
And it's just bliss. It's like an instant holiday, escapism. And then you feel fat after eating the entire pizza and going, I should have got chicken wings or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now this is the whole point. Like we really want to make people life better with pizzas. So yeah, I think that so far we're doing not bad.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're a father.
Yeah, I'm father of 2. So
Father of 2.
Malo, which he is 6.5, and Nael is just turned 3.
And you have time to manage 5 locations.
7.
7.
Yeah, we've got 6 Il Locale plus bodega. But and again, she's my shadow, Sophie, my partner. Without her, I couldn't do nothing. So I always get all the rewards because I've created Il Locale, and then this is what's the brand. People see my face. When I go out there, it's like, oh, you're the owner of Il Locale, blah, 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 all those kind of things. But without Soph, I couldn't do nothing because she's taking care of the house, the kids' activities and everything. I don't have to think about nothing. I'm there with the kids, don't get me wrong, but she's the real boss and Fede, my head of ops, always says that she's the real boss. You're not the boss, she's the real boss. So yeah.
I mean, my wife, she's 38 weeks pregnant right now, and she keeps the fort.
There you go.
She keeps the house a home, and she does all the back end stuff, and she doesn't complain.
Yeah.
She calls me out on my shit. There's not a lot of shit, but when she calls me out, I'm receptive, and I go, okay, that needs to change. She's got that managerial experience that's coming in clutch right now because I've never wanted staff.
Okay.
for my thing. And now we have staff. I have to learn how to really properly communicate in a
Delegate
way.
as well.
Yeah, delegate and keep everybody happy because they come first.
All the
Staff is
time
everything.
is everything.
Mm.
That's what we were talking before. Is the 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 staff level, like the expectation that I have for my staff is very, very high. But the thing is, the reward they're getting is very, very high too.
Mm.
I couldn't do nothing with that staff, and it's I never call them staff. I call them it's a workforce, and then we work together. That no one work for me, that they work with me.
I say the same exact thing.
And this is so important because there's so many people that come working with us. They obviously share the experience that they have, and then when they say like, "Are you really doing this for us?" I say, "Well, yeah. Why?" It's like, because I never had this experience before.
Mm.
So any boss out there or business owner that's need to improve, you need to take care of your staff, of your workforce, because without them, you're nothing. There's no brand, there's no customer who's going to show up to serve people, to do the preps, to open the shops, to clean the shop, to close the shop. Without them, you're nothing. So staff, workforce, this is so important.
How do you avoid them taking advantage of you?
So it was hard for me to delegate at first, because when we opened the first Il Locale 4.5 years ago, I was doing everything from ordering, prep, helping the chef, because I'm not a chef by trade, so I had to be there for him. And for me, when they asked me something, I always said yes, because I had no clue whatsoever. I was like, "Oh, I need this." Okay, no worries. Okay, no worries. Then I realized that, okay, now I'm gonna study more what the pizza world is. And then I realized that, okay, they don't need this. So what I'm very happy with my staff is the communication, and it's very, very clear in terms of, if they've got any question or request, my door or my phone is always open. So they're gonna go through with me. Okay, Matt, we should do this or this. Always my first question is, okay, why? Show me that you need this or you need this. And then we do like the pros and cons. And if that's something they really need, 100% we're going to go ahead with. And if I don't think this is a good idea, I'm always going to say no, but with an explanation. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying, boop, 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 but we cannot do it because of this. And then they realize it's not a straight no explanation. So it's kind of education. So I try to educate them as well. So now we've got amazing relationship.
No, amazing. Let's wind it back to your formative years.
Yeah.
You were born in France.
Correct. In Caen, north of
Got
France.
that right.
Yes.
And what did you do when you were growing up as a kid? What was your childhood like? This isn't a therapy session.
It could be actually. Probably need one. Grew up in Normandy, north of France. Mom and dad, they divorced when I was young. Then like very happy life, to be honest, as a kid. Very, very happy life, and a lot of loves. I've got a brother, with mom and dad, and I've got another 2 brothers. So we're like 4 boys. Playing football, soccer in Australia, sorry. So play football, a lot of sports. Then parents, had to move for work. So being, traveling a bit in France, landing up in Marseille. Then just study Sparky. So I used to be a Sparky by trade at school. I never worked as a Sparky because decided to travel a little bit. So went to Switzerland to work in the...
How old were you when you were traveling?
I was 22.
Did you have a good time at school? Like, were you...
Not really. School was not for me. I'm a Sparky with a diploma, but that's it. So, and I've never worked as a Sparky. So all experience that I have is I've learned everything on the ground. That people teach me.
What about school wasn't for you?
It's my parents were so busy at work that I had no help in terms of doing homeworks, first thing, and always edit school. The reason is I didn't fit in the system that we had in France, or we have in France, and the system will never adapt for the kids like me when I was a kid. So you follow these rules, or you're out of the system, put you in a corner, and you have to wait for the day to go.
And you feel like an imposter. You feel like an outcast.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what?
No doubt.
Same thing here.
There you go.
Same thing, and it hasn't changed.
But I don't understand. It's so everyone's like, no, you have to. School is so important. School is very important. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you don't fit in the system, then you're fraud. You're like, nah, just sit back on that corner, and we'll take care of you very late.
I say learning is important.
Yes.
But the education system is outdated.
Correct. I agree with
And
you.
when I was at school, I wanted to know why. I was so curious. I was so interested. I want to go down to the depth. And my teachers just didn't have time to explain it to me. They just said, it is what it is. I'm like, but you're a teacher. Like, you gotta sell me the dream. Like, why are we learning Pythagoras theorem? Why?
Correct.
What's in the cell? How does it work? Oh, it's not in this lesson. I'm like, I don't care. I'm curious now.
Exactly. I want to know.
Yeah, I want to jump on the internet and go for a deep dive. I don't want to wait and learn about this stuff. And yeah, now that AI is coming out properly,
That's
you
different.
really nurture your interests. I'm
Correct.
so excited about that. But now that you left school, then you traveled. What did you discover about yourself when you traveled?
That I can adapt and I can do anything in terms of plan so we used to live in Switzerland. I've learned working in a 5-star luxury hotel world. I used to drive the car for the people when they drop the car in front of the hotel, you pick up the key.
Oh, valet.
Yeah, valet, and then just bring the suitcase to the rooms. That's what I did for a year and a half. Then I met Sophie in Switzerland, and then we traveled to Brazil. So I traveled to the US first in Orlando. So I used to be a wakeboard instructor. I was driving the boat more than instructors. And then went to Brazil for kind of long period of time at this time. And we were doing nothing. So wake up in the morning, 5, going to the beach, surf, beer, and repeat
For life.
months.
How are you getting by?
What's that?
How are you getting by? How are you making money or making ends
Nothing.
meet?
We're just using all the savings that I didn't have. So lucky enough, Soph at this time, she stacked up a bit of money, and that's what we were doing. We were living with probably I don't know, $10 a day.
That's a great time for your 20s.
That was amazing.
That's amazing.
That was the best time.
It's a time where you could do that.
Yeah.
But also there's things that you know now that you would have gone, oh, I wish I knew that now.
100%.
All right? Or back then.
But the thing is, when we had to go back to France, because obviously money, it's not endless, and that was a shock.
Yeah.
And it was middle of winter, so that was quite hard.
So what did you do when you had the shock? Did you live with your parents or?
No, so we actually went back to France and we lived at Sophie's parents' place.
Mm-hmm.
Then I worked a little bit as a sparky. Then I grabbed a job as selling alarms.
So you did leverage your Sparky.
Yes, actually I did. See, I needed therapy. No, I did for probably 2 months because that's the only way I could get a job in France.
Yeah.
So I was just a laborer for them, carrying stuff, and I'll do these, the worst job.
You never know when certain skills that you acquired may come back. Have you done any electrical work in any of your restaurants?
Heaps. Maybe all of them.
You probably saved a lot of money.
Correct.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's not necessarily you have a Sparky qualification, you now have to be a Sparky.
Correct.
You have a skill of being an electrician. You can do that however you like. It's not a same one-size-fits-all journey. It's
exactly.
Stacking those skills. So you had travel experience. You had living on $10 experience, so frugal.
Yeah.
And Sophie, she's Swiss?
No, she's from Marseille. So that was the funny side, because we had a big event at the hotel that was Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
They were launching the new Phantom or whatever, and we need some staff. So I brought already some friends from Marseille to work, and we need more staff. So these girls brought Sophie, and I was like, that's it. So we met just like this, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She was not supposed to come.
What's so special about her at the time?
I was just separating from my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and I remember one day I was rough time, ex-girlfriend, and then I was like, oh, okay, she seems nice. And then one morning I brought some pain au chocolat to the staff house, with the girl staff house, and she was like, what are you doing? Just go back to your house. So she rejected me. It was like, okay, now it's a challenge. And it's been 17 years now.
Yeah. So
So,
how did you win her over?
just fighting hard to prove that, yeah, I was interested in her,
Yeah.
and just be myself. To be honest,
Mm.
yeah, just be myself. So she planned to go to Brazil with the girls. So they went to Brazil. I was going to the States, and then I said to her, I really want to go with you to Brazil. And then she was like, no, no, no. I said, okay, cool. So made my plan with my mates to go to the States, and then probably like a week before leaving, she was like, actually, can you come with me? I said, like, nah, not now. So I went with my mates, and after 2 months, I just joined her to Brazil. And yeah, since we've been together, 2 kids, and yeah, happy life.
Amazing. Amazing. So when was the moment you decided to move to Australia?
So we were doing our life in France, finishing with the setting alarms kind of job.
Hmm.
So I was a manager. I grew, my step up to being a manager of 3 agencies, south of France. Then we had to go back to Brazil for a wedding. Our best friends, so they were getting married in Brazil. So we all the squad went back to Brazil, and for months we did like Carnival in Rio. Like that was a bliss. That was amazing. Then I had to go back to France, obviously. And then when I got back, so I was a financial advisor at this time.
Jeez. All right.
Yes, financial advisor for Allianz. I was a fraud, so sorry. I faked my resume, and I got a job as a financial advisor, like wearing suits and cravat ties, whatever you.
How did you learn that skill though to be confident enough to go, yeah, I could do that?
It's just if I want something, I'm getting it. It's just I wanted this job. I wanted to try. Everyone was saying this is amazing. This is amazing. I said I gotta work as a financial advisor.
Were you successful at it?
Yeah, that was well the first few months, and then I was okay. This is not for me.
Yeah.
But the safety of the job, I had a car, I had a phone, like fixed salary. I was like, I'm living the dream. But like I couldn't progress. It was what I was selling to people. It was not that was not my bag.
My fascination right now is your ability to, you're tapped in self awareness. Where do you get that from?
I don't know. I think my parents always been entrepreneurs, having their own business, successful in work life. So I think that's what they taught me. Like, just if you want something, go for it, go get it.
Mm.
I didn't, I was not amazing at school, so I had to do everything on my own, prove myself that I could do it. So I was like, I want to be a financial advisor. I'll be a financial advisor. Yeah, no worries. Like, do you have any skills? Do you have any knowledge? Nah, whatsoever.
I'll figure it out though.
I'll figure it out,
If
and
I
I did
want it
figure
bad
out. Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
I think that's an interesting one with the parents because they weren't around to help you with the homework, but the homework wasn't your thing anyway.
exactly.
And they probably went down the same journey. It's kind of like a coming of age. It's like, no, we didn't get help because we were busy doing other shit. Now it's your turn.
Exactly.
Had they decided to go, oh, we need to look after him for the school, get his school right, you would have probably just been a
Different.
worker.
Correct.
Yeah,
It
it's
would
a
be different. Yeah.
nature nurture sort of thing, right?
Correct.
So
Some thanks to actually.
how do you self-reflect back? Like, what's the process of you going, yep, I got a car, got a phone, got a good paying salary. It's not for me.
Just because I was not the best in sales. So every Monday morning, when you go into the room with all the salesperson and you've got that whiteboard and your name is always down the bottom, you're like, oh, okay, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be the last. I want to win. I want to be better. I don't want to rock up like at 9 in the morning on a Monday morning. Just and your name on the whiteboard is always the last. Not because I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to sell those products to people that I didn't believe into. I didn't believe whatsoever in what I was selling.
So you weren't the typical salesman.
The exact like the one-on-one salesman, like carrying like suitcase with my computer with a printer. I was like, then nah, it was like, nah, that's enough. So when we got back finally from Brazil from the wedding, my partner was like, she didn't like what she was doing either. And she was like, pick up the phone for, let's say, Synergy, like the electricity company in France. Just can't remember what she was doing there. But anyway, she was picking up the phone and she had to take the train to go from Marseille to Toulon. So like a 40 minutes train back and forth every day. And I was having a shower and she's rocking me in the bathroom. I remember all my life. And she was like, let's go to Australia. I said, like, what for? She was like, we couldn't, I thought I was speaking English before. She was like, I want to speak English. I don't want to be in France. We hate our jobs. there is no future for us here. Let's move. And that's how everything started.
She called it.
She called it. She's the main reason of us. No, she's actually the only reason for us to move to Australia.
Did you have kids yet? You
No,
didn't.
no.
So fast track to landed in Australia. What's your first play?
So it took us 3 months to get things organized in France to be able to travel to Australia. We came up with 500 euros to Australia.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's the fresh off the boat story.
500 euros.
Hardcore.
And the thing is, we had the plane back booked just in case. So we had like a return tickets just in case shit hit the fan.
So 3-month pipeline of going, all right,
That's it.
what are you made of?
So our plan was, if we say 3 months, this is a massive win. So I had to get a job. But the thing is, I thought I speak a little bit of English when I come to Australia. Then I went to the airport. I was like, they're not speaking English. Like the accent, the slang, I couldn't understand nothing. To get a warehouse, a share house, to get a share house, to pick up the phone, to call on Gumtree, like hours and hours of research. I couldn't understand anyone in English, so I had to text them. We tried to save money, so we're walking to all the like home open or all those kind of things to check the share house. Finally got one. I had to get a job. Then so find again Gumtree, labor, all the laborers job.
Wait, where was the share house? It was in Fremantle, wasn't it?
No, that was in the city.
Oh wow,
that was in the city. Yeah,
unheard of.
Well,
Fremantle is also known as Little France now.
Ypres. Yeah, I know Ypres. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ypres. But for us, we didn't have a car.
Yeah.
No money to get a car. It was easier for me and more safe to get a share house in Perth train station, just to move everywhere to get a job.
Yeah, it's
That was
cheaper back
intention.
then as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So got a job as a laborer. I remember it was in Joondalup. Yeah, I was cleaning the sites. So the Joondalup shopping center.
Yeah.
There was like fresh, refurbished and everything. I was cleaning the site for them. Did that for 3-4 days. Then just keep getting another job, and ending up being a laborer for a bricklayer. And that was the hardest part of my time in Australia, because I couldn't understand any word in English, and I was not a brickie. So what was a wall tie or like all those kind of things, I had no idea. And he said to the guys that I was working with, you're not allowed to tell Matt what a wall tie is. So I was like, is that this? Nah. Is that this? Nah.
Oh, they didn't help you out either.
Well, no, they
took
were not
the
allowed
piss.
to. Yeah. And
Why?
it was
is
it was such a racist. But
Counterproductive.
exactly. And now
Yeah.
that I'm a business owner, this is the opposite to do, to make your business worth and
Yeah.
your time worth.
Yes, it's like bullying.
It was bullying, and it
It's
was
like-
such a racist. And I was like, okay, I never experienced racist before, like, and I've experienced that with these guys for the first time. I was like,
Yeah.
this is not great. But again, moved on.
Sorry.
That's so good.
Sorry for the interruption, guys, but I have my phone on loud because my wife is
Pregnant.
anytime. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
safer. So then found a job as a bartender for the Fringe Festival.
Oi.
Yeah, in the city.
That would have been easier because it's a lot of all of the
Yeah, carrying kegs and all the
Yeah.
way around is like way
Yeah, nice.
easier. And then just made my way up with this company, which is actually Marcus. So if Marcus, you see this, we're not in good terms right now, but he's my mentor. He used to be my mentor. Like, I've learned, if I'm at this stage successful in business, this is because of him as well.
Yeah.
He taught me everything in the hospitality world.
What was the biggest holy shit moment that he taught you?
The consistency you have and all the process in place. Like, everything was about process. Like, we do this because of this to get that end result. And I've learned everything, and all the processes that I'm putting in place in my business now, I've learned them from him. So if you don't have process, it's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, my business partner Matt, he founded Varsity Bar, and it's all he talks about. So I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have him as a guide and as a business partner to go. It's all about systems, process,
That's it.
and experience.
Yeah.
But then also the experience comes from well-managed staff
Correct.
because they provide the experience.
Correct.
And it's been an absolute journey. and it hasn't been the easiest one. It never is. And like, it wasn't my first business partner. My first business partner wasn't the right business partner. Not a bad guy.
In terms of,
In terms of what needed to be done by who.
okay,
So I speak to a few people about this. The business partnership and relationship partnership are almost the same thing.
they are.
Yeah, but with the business partnership, before you started Il Locale, what happened there? Because I want to get to that very soon. Where did you save enough money to go, right, let's start our own business?
Didn't have much. Like, we saved a lot when we were doing the farm job, but also we were spending everything every year when we were going back to Europe. So we
Yeah.
went back every single year in Europe.
Yeah.
But I had like in the end of my employee journey, I used to be the GM of the Indian Ocean Hotel in Scarborough, the
Nice.
Indie Bar. So I used to be the GM for 3.5, 4 years, which that's where I learned my end story. So I was on a good money. So managed to save a little bit. And as soon as I got my visa approved as a PR, I bought myself like a nice Hilux Australian Dream, fully equipped, or whatever you want to call it.
Hilux for everybody else.
Hilux, sorry, not Hilux. Hilux. And then when it was the time for me to open Il Locale, I've sold everything I had, like, because obviously no one would lend me money.
But you also had this experience of coming in with 500 euros. You're
It's
just
correct. Exactly.
let's try again.
So to open Il Locale, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, it cost me $50,000.
$50,000.
Yeah.
And by then you had your permanent residency. Yeah,
Correct.
you got your citizenship, yeah?
No, I'm in a process of, because I'm not a person of good character. I've lost my license for speeding, and yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, yes.
All
that's
right.
fine.
We've all been there
Turn red
sometimes.
now.
Yeah. What year did you go? Yeah. And how did you meet your business partner?
Doing MX. So I posted something on French in Perth. I was like, I want to do MX. I had the bike. And I was like, does anyone want to go? And Ben replies like, yeah, let's go. So we went to, can't remember which track anyway. So very good connection to start with, like straight away. And then we were like, oh, let's have a beer one day at the Pitch Pit. And I didn't know him at all, like at all. It was the first time we hanged together. And we're talking about our lives and what we're doing. And what's your dream? What's your dream? Oh, yeah, I want to open a pizza shop. And he was like, you're not serious. I said, why? He said, like, this is exactly what I want to do. Okay. He was already looking to get, because he had one venue already, like a French boulangerie. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. That's what you want to do. Let's see what we can do. And then 6 months later, we signed the lease and started Il Locale. Out of nowhere. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. And we started Il Locale.
Yeah. And like, I've read a whole bunch of stories there where the formative, the signing of the papers, you need to have the chat. You need to have the talk. What are your intentions?
Correct.
What happens if shit goes wrong?
Yeah.
You did none of that.
None at all.
All right.
And that's why we're not together anymore.
Let's learn that lesson now and go through that. So you were still together and working on the one location,
Correct.
and then COVID happened?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the best thing for us.
Best thing for us.
Yeah.
Right. So what happened then in terms of...
So we had that Scarborough location, which is the OG shop.
Yep.
And we were on two different ways to grow the business.
What did you want to do, and then what did he want to do?
So basically, what we struggled to get some chefs. The reason is we both French, no experience as a pizza chef and in pizza. So the chefs were coming like, you're going to crash. I'm not going to risk my job for you guys. Fair enough. So out of 10, the oven we had, that was the main issue. We had the 100% wood fire oven made by, I can't remember the name of the guy, like a lovely 80 years old guy. He made like a custom one. It was not amazing. So all the bricks were like, you know, not lined up, and the time to get him warm, it was like, it was bad. So out of 10 chefs that came for trial, one or 1.5 could work with this oven. And I was, okay, Ben, we need to change the oven because we're struggling to get some chef. So we did a bit of research to change the oven, and the best one on the market is Marana. So I was like, okay, we need to get a Marana. So I remember one day,
How much did they go for?
fully installed, we were around like 75K. The 130, the one I use,
Yeah.
like all installed, freight, the whole thing, around 75K.
And what about if it's like fully green? What does the custom color cost?
I think it's part of, because we always order custom colors. So that's, yeah, I don't know. I need to ask Corrado, which is the boss of Marana
And
in
tell
Australia.
me about that oven specifically, because I have a fascination with it.
So that's why I wanted to get this oven, because out of 10 chefs, 9 can work with this oven.
Yeah.
So it's a massive, big, beautiful machinery.
Yeah, and it has a contingency plan, because if more chefs can use it, if someone quits, you're likely to find someone
I can
else.
make pizza. I can cook pizza.
Yeah.
Which with the other one I couldn't. So basically this is a massive, so it's gas and wood fire. So it's both. So what's good is it's rotating. So we can fit 7, 8, depends on what chef.
So
pizza.
no more shoveling and spinning, even though traditionally that's cool.
When we do high volumes, it's not cool.
No,
It's we
can't scale.
we did some nights in Scarborough. Like I think the biggest one we had so far is 480 pizza in 4 hours.
And you can't consistently get the same, like,
You can't.
rotating.
You can't. It's too busy.
Yeah.
And also, what's good with this one is rotating. So we take one out, one in, one out, one in, one out. So your oven is always full. So the efficiency, because when you got all those static ovens, you put one, you remove, but you don't have time to put another one, and maybe you need to let the plate to heat up a little bit more. With the Marana, you've got a burner underneath that's heat the plate. So it's just beautiful. Without Marana, again, this oven, I wouldn't do what I'm doing right now.
When people start a business, they think, all right, we need to keep a budget. And then the ones that really want to succeed, they kind of go over the budget and go, you know what? We need one thing that does it really well. And that's obviously the oven.
Correct.
And that's what I see here. That's what you've done well. And I noticed it straight away. I was like, does that oven rotate?
It does.
Like I've seen the classic dominoes, like conveyor belt through the thing. But this thing goes all the way around.
All the way around.
And it's just that. I can't wait to go in there and have a look at it as well.
It's crazy. And that's why, so what I said to Ben, my old business partner, we need to buy one of these, because that's going to solve 95% of our problem.
And he didn't see it.
It was like, no, we cannot afford. They said, like, yeah, we're going to get the bank. They're going to give us a hand. And that's where the option was like, we sell Il Locale, we sell the shop. That was Il Locale, but that was not the brand. We sell the shop, or one of us is out. And I said, okay, you want to sell? I'm buying you out. And the same day, I remember the same day of buying him out, I called Corrado from Marana. I said, like, I need this oven right now. Same day.
Clutched it.
Yeah.
Nice. And then how did you come about with the branding from there?
So I really want to have like a very strong brand, because if I do something, I want it to do it, full, like from A to Z. I don't want to do like, okay, let's do this and we'll see. I want it to have the strong identity in the brand. So I used to work with Pesh when I used to be the GM at the Indie Bar. He did the branding for the Indian Ocean Hotel. So I called him. I said, like, I've got this project. Do you want to work with me? And he was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And the hardest part for me was to explain to him something I didn't even know what I wanted, to create a brand from scratch. I was like, I want maybe a bit of this, and this is the inspo. And then he come up with 4 different projects. And I liked one better than the other one. And I've run through all my team, and everyone come up with this one. It was like, no, this is the one you need to get.
I mean, that's classic. That's
and it's every single pizza has got his own branding.
Yeah, that's
and
so good.
Pesh is thanks Pesh.
And that's the classic as well, in terms of a business owner coming to a creative going, I don't even know what I want. And then the creatives get paranoid about that, because when they produce something, you're like, oh, not that. It's like, but you didn't do that. You're just like, let's just go for it.
Exactly.
And that's the problem I also see with branding, with graphic design specifically. Again, I'm going to go on an AI rant, but I spoke to my graphic designer recently. Her name's Elise. She's great. She did Funk Cider's branding.
Okay.
As one of her many projects. She's great. But it's guesswork if the client isn't giving you something to start from. So I said to her the other day, Elise, why don't you just prompt some ideas based off of keywords and shit. And then just send them 10 to 20 different ideas that you prompted and generated in 15 minutes. And she goes, holy shit. I
That's
finally
it.
realized that AI is not here to replace me. It's here to optimize me. I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
She did it to one of her latest clients that I got her because I connected. And yeah, they're stoked. And that back and forth was like a day instead of 2 weeks of revision. Oh, not like this, not that.
Here
And
you
then
go.
all she now has to do is make it proper vector files and all that proper shit.
Yeah.
But at least the client knows.
Yeah, it knows what's gonna get delivered.
Yeah.
And that's the key. And also I think like pizza chef are making pizzas, front of house are doing front of house, marketing does marketing. Everyone knows their bag. And we need to leave them. We need to let them work. This is me as the owner. If I interfere in every single department, we're just gonna go backwards.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing. You need to trust your team. If you trust them, they're gonna take you wherever you want to be.
What's the hardest part from going from the one restaurant to the second restaurant or location?
Delegate the work, and also I didn't want to do all the preps in every shop. So Scarborough does this prep and Subiaco does this prep. The main reason was you need 2 dough mixer, 2 these. So like I want to save some cost. So basically what we're doing, that was the hardest part for me, how to manage production for 2 shops in one shop, how we're going to deliver to them, all those kind of things. I had a good help at this time to be on track, good chef, good systems. Lucky enough that Scarborough and Subiaco are very close from each other. That was the hardest part when I first started, and also the trust of people like chefs and how we're gonna do roster. And now that I don't deal with the roster anymore, and I've got people that deal with this, that's make my life so much easier. And the hardest part for me was to delegate, because I wanted things done this way, not 95%, 100% of this way. Now they're probably doing at 77%, and I'm more than happy.
Yeah.
So I've learned so much on this.
Yeah, 77%. I mean, for me, the cutoff was 80%, but man, 77 is close enough.
Exactly.
As long as they're happy and the customer's happy,
That's it.
you've got a winning formula.
That's
and then you can come back in and do a revision.
Correct. Tweak stuff. Nothing is set in rock. That's what we always do. Like I'm going away for 2.5 weeks. My head of ops is going away for months. And then when everyone's coming back, we're going to sit down. Okay, is the system is working? Yes. We could tweak these kind of things. And that's going to be, we're not opening a venue like right now. So this is exactly what we're going to do. Just to make sure the system are even better, refine them. Nice.
I like the, looking at this pizza box. That we spoke about this when we first met. I came out and grabbed a one from Scarborough. This is like last 2024 summer.
Yeah.
The start, 2023, 2024 summer. And I looked at this and I'm like, man, it's chaos, but it's cool. It's like, right, I've got a lot to look at. But one thing I noticed was the little things on the end here. We talked about this and I was like, what are they for? Because you notice it says 1 point just here. It's like, what does the 1 point do? You can take it off. You can clearly see it's perforated.
Yeah.
Are you utilizing that?
It's crazy. Like 1 point per box means every 10 points you've got a free pizza.
Amazing.
Okay.
So if I leave these here, I've got these 6,
Plus
2
2 at the
more,
back.
8. I just find 2 more in the rubbish somewhere, and I'm on.
You've got a free pizza, and this is basically the reward that we're giving to our customers is a 10% lifetime discount, because even on the one you're getting for free, we're not cheeky enough to remove the point. So even on the free one, you got a point. And the way we do this is very popular in Europe. They come inside the box. You've got a point, little things. And the reason we've done that as well is free marketing. So my head of front of house partner, she's doing like cleaning houses like around Scarborough. Most of the house has got them on the fridge with a little, I don't know, things for you clip or whatever. This is free marketing.
Yeah.
Check in the car or in the drawer. Is that what's this? Oh, Il Locale points, blah, blah.
Do you know the highest traffic area in the world is for marketing?
Where about?
The fridge.
Oh, here you go.
the highest marketing. Do you know real estate agents give you those free notepads that magnetize on the fridge? So you can put your milk and your bread and your eggs? It's because their brand is there.
All the time, 24/7.
All the time,
Here
24/7.
you go. I didn't know that, see? And then when my front of house manager was like, see, Emanuele doing cleaning, and he sent me photo with the peg with the points on the fridge. I'm like, this is a win for me. This is a win.
Yeah. They remember it. They come back. It's customer loyalty. And yeah, it's such a sick idea. And even people go around the back, try to find the boxes. They're like, oh, trying to get
it does happen, trust me. It does happen. But like, put this way, last week we did across the 6 location, we did 5,000 pizza. Okay?
5,000 pizzas.
5,000 pizzas. Yeah.
Far out.
That's when we gave away 500 pizzas.
Yes. So 500 pizzas. You did the margaritas, 100 margaritas on both locations.
You can do any pizzas.
Any pizzas.
It's not just a margarita. You can get a burrata.
With your cost of that as like it's an investment.
It is.
Right? What is the usual ROI on that? How do you measure that to go, right, 100 pizzas for free? That was worth it.
It's very hard because we still have, when we first opened Il Locale, again, my plan was to get custom boxes, but because it costed money, Ben didn't want to spend that money on the boxes. So we had like plain white boxes and we had a stamp and we're stamping all the boxes one by one. I was like, this is annoying. I still have these points coming back to the shop. So after 4 years, people still have the first gen of points that's now the collectors. So it's so hard for us to get a ROI on this one, and also because they can use it in every single shop. So let's say if we do 5,000 pizza and we should have 500 back as a free, because that's what we're giving away. Roughly per week, we do 100 free pizzas, roughly, across all locations.
And you've got 7 locations, so something's clearly working.
It is working.
Yeah.
It is. So we have 6 locales and 1 is Bodega, which is a restaurant. So they cannot use the points, but it's working. Yes. And people love that.
Right.
So also we do a lot of pizzas for the companies. So let's say we go to KPMG and they order 25, 30 pizzas. Every single person that's ordered pizzas, usually that's the one that's going to pick up the pizza. So I'm doing delivery and I say, see, you've got 30 points, you've got 3 free pizza. Grab them all before they went up. They go up and they grab all the points, and they love that because we could just say nothing and they would go waste, and we didn't have to do the 3 pizzas. But I know what's going to happen next time because we've been so nice with them, telling them the truth. They're going to use us.
Retention is classic.
Correct.
There's one app that everybody has on their phone.
Yeah.
That is instantly installed, whether it's a Google phone or an Apple phone, and that's the wallet.
Yeah.
Right? And the wallet is something, the digital wallet is something that will be the very near future of this sort of marketing.
I didn't even think about it. See?
We'll talk about this
we
more.
talk about it, yes.
So what's every cafe, or almost every cafe has the card.
Loyalty.
10 stamps.
Yeah.
You can lose it. You don't get it around the corner. But what doesn't it do? It doesn't blink at you or send you a notification to go, hey,
come here.
Yeah. The wallet thing is coming big time.
And it's going to give you push notifications because you're like 1 pizza away to get a free pizza.
Because you've opted in. It's legally allowed. It is the thing that will disrupt email marketing.
Okay.
So that's what's coming. And not only that.
Let's talk about it because, yes.
It's got geofence tagging.
Oh.
So you can set up a geofence around each of your locations. And if there's one that's located on a busy street where lots of cars go past, how many of your customers will go past and go, Friday night, we're there. Once they go past that, with the wallet, you can actually train, you can code it to go, hey,
we're here.
We just saw you drive past. Come here for a pizza.
Oh, that's okay. That's unreal.
I'm not just a podcast host.
Okay.
That's what's happening. See, I tell you this because I know you like this shit.
Well, we, all the technologies that are there, I want them.
Yeah.
Because I want them all. Because we
try all of them, yeah?
We're going to launch the franchise of Il Locale. I want every franchisee to have all the tools. So when they open the shop, if we've got that in the bag, in the process, we've got the app already, like Il Locale app.
Yeah.
We've got like few different things. If we've got that for them,
Yeah.
this is a win-win.
When I went to America 2 years ago, I went to this cafe called The Laughing Man in New York. It's owned by Hugh Jackman, Australian guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, the first thing that happened was we got the wallet card. And then what we noticed was every time we went in, it granted us Wi-Fi and things like that. And yeah, it became a pay passable thing. So you can do giveaways, you can add credits, you can code it however you want for it to become your wallet. It's cheaper than an app.
Because app costs me a bit of money. Even to run, app is not cheap.
Yeah, even to run. So anyway, that's that's just me testing the waters to see what you think about it.
No, 100%. Down for it, 100%.
Okay, okay. I'll let you know.
200%.
When do you know that you're ready to get a new location?
So we lucky enough that people are contacting me to come up with like, I've got this location, I've got this location, I've got this location. Do you want to have a look? So I was like, Subiaco is out of the way, it's running, it's smooth. Okay, maybe it's time for us to check it out. And I went there. That was in Currambine, and we need like a cool room. We need like a lab to do all the production. And so I talked with my guy. He was like, "Are you ready for us to open another one?" Like my head of ops, and he was like, "Let's do it." And then we just rock and roll and open Currambine. When was that? Currambine? It's for a year and a half now. I would say a year and a half. And that was the third Il Locale, and that's so good because that's where we centralize all the production. This is a physical shop. This is in shopping center. This is beautiful.
And when I was in going to Margaret River last month for my baby moon, we went to Bustleton to get the crepes, and I parked around the corner.
And you've seen us.
And I seen you. I was like, this guy's everywhere all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's crazy. What was the Bustleton one like when you opened it up?
Amazing. So it's a different crowd than we've got in Perth, and it's more seasonal. So when there's an event in Bustleton, we had to staff up the shop a lot because we get like flouted because people know us in Perth. So when they go down in Bustleton, they're like, yes, consistency. I want a pizza from Il Locale. It's hard to change habits from people that live in Bustleton. They've got, they go to their own shop and everything. We're busy. We're very busy. The hardest part for us is we manage remotely this shop. And that's the first trial for us as, can we run shop over East? Yes, we can. This is the first test. But what we're going to do that as a franchisee. We're not going to, so the way we're going to run shops away from Perth is going to be franchise. It's a good shop. It's amazing, great staff, like one of the best team we have. And it's the feedback from people is, that's what I said before, is they love having the pizza. Even on the way back up to Perth, when they're going to arrive late, to just grab a pizza on the way and eat the pizza in the car. So that's beautiful.
So good. That's my favorite. There's a thing that I've discovered with the pizzas in the car trick. And drive safely, everyone. Or even just at home when you're on the couch. So people normally eat the pizzas like this, right? They open it up and just go for it, right? Shit falls on your shirt. But for some reason, people just don't think about...
Twist around, yeah.
It's a napkin.
Correct, it is.
And then it's just a ramp that goes back into here and just like, yeah, cool, continue.
That's it.
That's
the key.
Yeah. The content around
and
that. And
also, like when you share your pizza, you can even break that in half. And half the pizza, you've got 2 plates. It's
absolute hacks. Pizza hacks. With
hacks.
the pizza owner.
Tips. That's the point.
I've always been loyal to my favorite ever pizza shop growing up in Padbury, called Padbury Pizza.
Okay.
And the story of that guy was he was working there as a high school kid. And the owner, obviously, he eventually took over. And he still runs it to this day. And the recipe hasn't changed. And my favorite thing about his location, or his methods, was you want more toppings? No problem. No extra cost. You want half a half? No worries. No extra cost. We'll do it for you.
Okay.
I'm just like, that is, and just 2 sizes, 2 costs, done. Whatever you want. You want more pepperoni? No worries. Who cares?
Check more.
Yeah, chuck
Okay.
them all. And
The only thing we do free is the gluten-free pizza
you do gluten-free for free.
for free and the vegan cheese for free.
See, this is where you just get my wife as a like permanent customer, because every pizza place, I should probably put this down before I make more noise. Every pizza place charges like $5 more
Minimum.
for gluten-free.
Yeah.
And that's like my big one at the moment, because I've started eating more gluten-free because gluten-free stuff is actually tasting good now.
Yeah.
And like I'm not intolerant, but everybody's intolerant in some sort of way. But if I have a gluten-based pizza, 30 minutes after, my stomach goes to war for like 15, 20 minutes. And it's just uncomfortable. And then after that, I have a big shit. It's all good. But just having the gluten-free pizza, it's like,
Yeah, it's just out of the way straight away. Yeah.
so good. So, I mean, gluten-free base dough does cost more.
It does. Well, we don't make them in-house. The reason is we don't want any cross-contamination with the flour.
There you go.
So we've got flour in the lab. So we're not
Pizza lab?
free.
The gluten-free lab?
Yes.
Ah, that's how you
Yes,
use.
yes. It's gluten-free lab. And so they cost us money. You know, they're charging us for the pizza, obviously. We don't charge the customer. Same with the vegan cheese. The reason is I drink soy milk in my long mac.
Disgusting.
I love that.
Yuck.
I love that. And the thing is, I'm getting charged 60 cents, 70 cents, sometimes $1 for that much milk. And I'm pissed off. And I'm like, no, I don't want to pay extra. Like, so that's what we decided. It's like, it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah,
If someone in the group is gluten intolerant or celiac or whatever, and they don't pay the $5, $6, $7, $8 sometimes, they're gonna come to us. Imagine you are lactose intolerant and you need to get gluten free. You're gonna pay at least $10 in any single pizza shop, just as changing the base and the cheese.
Yeah.
So if you go to pizza at like, I don't know, $30, it's gonna cost you $40.
What's the closest one to Willagy or Fremantle?
I would say north of the river. Kalamunda now. It's like if you're gonna
Nah, way too far.
No, Subi.
When's my local area opening?
We've got so many offers on the table. Like we've got Vic Park, we've got Frio, we've got
Fremantle, please.
We've got 10 lineup.
I'll be there.
But again, like now we're just gonna focus because the growth in the last 2 years has been insane, which is great. I'm so grateful. But now we want to make sure we don't grow too quick in terms of cash flow as well.
Yeah.
Because the more you open venues, the more saving you checking away.
You're talking about something on your story the other day, something about $2 million.
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit into that.
So we decided, so I own 6 Il Locales on my own 100% now because people want to open Il Locale. So I've been asked so many times, okay, can you turn my brand into Il Locale? I say, yes, we can. But this is this involved. And I say, and I'm not ready. And then people, you're a pizza chef. You want to open your own shop. You know how to make pizza. But you know business a little bit, but you've got no idea about branding, this and this and this. We're going to come up with a full setup for you and you're going to make money straight away.
The Jim's mowing of pizzas.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're going to do.
He's on my podcast.
Well, oh yeah, I've seen him actually. Yeah. Yes. So this is exactly what we're going to do. So basically we're going to franchise Il Locale to make sure that people want to open Il Locale or invest money and we run the shop for them with, our team. They're going to be successful. So we're going to raise $2 million for getting the project started, all the legal cost, warehouse, production side. Because when you're going to own Il Locale, one shop, you're not going to make your goods, your production. We're going to send everything to you, your dough, your like small goods, everything. So you're going to save a lot on wages as well.
Yeah, you still have to do the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still have to do work. You still have to open the shop. You still have to recruit. We're going to train your team.
What's the investment going to be for someone?
It depends. It could be from $200,000 to $3 million to not much. Depends on which incentive. Either you're in a shopping center, they're going to give it to you. So that can pay for all your fit out. So free.
Yeah.
Or it's like a independent shop and that's going to cost you like over $75, fit out, branding. The buy-in fees for owning a locale, they're going to be very low at the beginning because we want to make sure that the franchisee are very successful to start with. Could anything between $200,000 to $300,000.
Yeah. Do you know how much McDonald's is?
I've got no clue
I
whatsoever.
heard it's $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah, but this is just something I've heard through the grapevine. Apparently, you have to also have worked there for a while, like a
Okay.
minimum of 2 years.
Is that including the fit out?
I don't remember.
I hope so.
I don't
Because
remember.
1 million is like,
Yeah.
geez. I know Domino's, it's 300K. That's just the buy-in. And then you need to buy all the equipments
I'm gonna shit on Domino's straight away.
from them.
You didn't tell me this, but Domino's sucks.
It does, yeah.
It's just cardboard. Like, I would rather eat that box than Domino's.
I agree
I remember
with
they hit me up to do a collaboration,
you. Okay.
and I was just like, no, your pizza's shit.
But yeah.
Straight up, I don't give a fuck.
Then yes, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And like, I don't understand how people still go and $4.95 pizza. Like, you pay peanuts. You're gonna expect monkeys to make it for you.
Exactly.
And monkeys as in, like, the peanut monkey analogy. There's no fucking racism there. Someone's going to clip that and go, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, no. Nah.
But like all of these franchises that already exist in the pizza world, they're completely disruptible because they've become complacent. How do you avoid becoming complacent in a franchise industry?
We're going to make sure that the consistency and the high quality of our products stay there. And that's going to be the key. So basically, that's why we're going to send the products to the shops, because all Domino's, they do all the preps on their own. So if they want to cut on some stuff, they're allowed to, because they just go under the table and it's like, oh, we should use this flour, but it costs us that much. We're going to use this flour or this and this. For us is we're going to supply all the goods. And that's why, I mean, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's, but you go like in Australia, in France, in the States, they're all the same. Yeah. Like 95% of the time, you're going to taste the Big Mac is the same everywhere, because this is the consistency that they're providing. And what we're going to do, we're going to provide the exact same ingredients for the exact same shops. So either you go to Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, you'll have the same pizza with the same customer experience.
How do you deal with the economy that is going in an interesting direction where people are less affording, dining out?
We're lucky enough, we haven't seen any drop so far, and that's why I push hard with my team. Is we want to make sure our pizzas are not cheap, okay, but that's why we need to deliver like a good product. Sometimes we fail, like we're not bulletproof. We always make up, okay. So the cost of living has increased like crazy, but the thing is, people are still want that bit of time. That's okay, I've paid the bill, I've paid this, I want to get my own little treat. And that's what we're coming with. We're coming with the treats. And when we say we make life better with pizzas, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When they want that little extra things on top of their life, that's what we're coming with.
Yeah. What's been the biggest challenge since you took over the business on your own?
Biggest challenge, probably chef-wise, probably the trust from the Italian community, which I love. Not in football though.
Well, you got the Italian flag there, so that's a play.
I'm probably the most Italian, like French Italian, whatever you want to call that. It was hard for me to earn. I'm not even talking about respect. I don't need any respect from anyone. Just the trust. Like, okay, what he's doing is actually working. I want to be a part of. Before it was just like, you're gonna fail this. I want this. Nah, you're not a chef. Trust me. Nah, blah blah blah. That was the hardest challenge for me. Now my head of ops, Fede, is a gun. He's Italian. He's a gun, and I've earned his trust. He earned my trust, and we work together like perfect. The way he's managing stuff that now I'm not even aware of. He'd say, "Oh, that happened," and it's fixed.
Sleep well at night.
Yeah, exactly. And he's making my life way easier. He's my pizza. Do you know what I mean? Like, he makes my life easier because the way he's managing stuff, even with the supplier, he's dealing with every single supplier. He's dealing with every single cost, pizza chef wise, recipe, everything. So yeah, he's probably gonna ask a raise after 6 years. But
what is the moment? Well, what's the defining factor of gaining someone's trust in this sort of industry?
just to back them up, I would say is when you say something, you have to do it. And I think this is the biggest. I've been working with many different bosses, and sometimes they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do this." Nothing happened. So whatever I'm gonna say, that's mean 100% that's gonna happen. If I'm not sure, I'll be like, "Okay, maybe I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about it, or we may do it later, but I'm never gonna make any promise that I cannot do."
You're responsible for your own actions that you promise other people, but also it's helpful to keep others accountable.
Exactly. Because if I say, okay, I'm gonna bring you 600 people tonight, you're gonna make 600 pizza, and I'm lying, and you staff up, and I bring him 300 pizzas, and I'm gonna be like, oh, cost of staff, what's happening? That's gonna be on me. I've got one job, they've got one job. My job is to bring people through the door. Their job is to make sure those person's gonna come back. It's completely separated.
Yeah.
And if we don't make the sale that we're expecting, I'll be the one responsible for, not them.
Let's talk about Gen Z in the workforce.
Yeah.
And
they're funny. I love them. I love them.
And Generation Alpha's about to come through.
Yeah. We're two at home.
What I see in a lot of Gen Z, and I've seen a lot of talented Gen Z, not as many unfortunately, but there's some out there, some golden nuggets. But I see complacency. I see that they feel like they need more than they deserve. Yes. They come in and they expect the world, but they haven't earned it yet. How do you deal with staff like that?
It's hard, yes and no. We've got underage working in some shops, not all of them, especially Scarborough because it's the OG. And we've got Emily. She's been with us for over 3 years now, and she just is she's a bit more than 16. And they've got the attitude, but the right attitude. Sometimes they talk to me like, okay, she's confident. And I think they're way more confident than I used to be when I was at their age. I don't know if it's because of social media things or the world they're more exposed to what's happening in the world. But the thing is, it's always about respect. I respect them. They respect what they're doing for us and with us. And we don't have any issues with that, to be honest. It's they've got a job. We train them well because our job is to train them. Their job is to get trained and getting paid to be trained and to learn like a job. They're actually learning the job with us. Most of our staff never worked before. So they come here, they're getting paid to learn skills. So that's what we're telling them is like, I'm going to pay you to learn skills. So you have to follow what we're saying to you because you're going to learn so many skills that's on your next job. Yeah. You can replicate them.
Yeah, what a time. You don't get that from school. You don't get paid to go to school.
Exactly, yeah.
What's the quickest way a new staff member can fast track to a raise or the next position up?
It happened not long ago. It's the chef the front of house that's running Busselton. So we used to do the Perth festival and she was at the till and she was, I'm moving to Busselton. I know you guys opening in Busselton. I want to be the manager. I say, cool, you've got 1 month to prove me. And she proved me like in no time, everything. We teach her, okay, this is your night. I'm going to cut one staff. Show me what you do. Boom, 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 done. Here you go. Pay raise. You manage your shop. It's all about the trust. If you show me, I give it to you 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously like KPIs, setting the goalposts.
Correct.
And then kicking through them. And I like the policy of when someone has a problem or identifies a problem and they come to me, I want them to come with 3 solutions that they think would be good. And then which one they would go for the most and why.
Yeah.
And now I'll just go, or
Bang
it's
on.
a teachable moment.
Exactly.
Going, here's what happens if that would occur based on my previous experience. And then you kind of go, ooh, is this going to fuck up my business if we give it a go so they can learn through that? Let's give it a go, you know? But then sometimes,
the way,
but then sometimes they have this like innovative idea.
Correct.
And you're like, oh, that's cool. Let's give it a go. But you also take the responsibility as soon as you say yes. And you have to give them that comfort to go, if shit happens It's
I
on
said
me.
yes, correct.
That is the
It's
big.
not on you.
That is
Yes.
the big difference.
But I learned so much probably every day from the workforce. Like even from M that she's 16, she's like, Matt, you should do this because that's cool. This is what's happening, blah blah blah. And I'm like, this is great actually. Let's try. So always keen for new things.
Love that. Love that. Whilst we go into the next part, we're going to do like a speed round segment. But can I ask for a battery check on the back of those? Just on the cameras. 14. Oh, shit. 21. All right. We're going to take a break and we're going to return back to, here's the ad read thing. Sorry to interrupt one last time. This is actually a sponsored post. If you need to run ads for your service-based business and you don't know how, there is one agency I would trust in the entire country and the world probably. Where You, spelt WHERE and then the letter U. They literally teach you how to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and create a whole funnel for you to get more business. And I use them myself. They've taught me how to do it and I get all of the business, which is fantastic. If you want to learn how to run ads properly and dominate your industry and win all of the clients, hit up Where You. Back to the episode. How are you finding it so far?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Questions are great.
Have you been on
Love
many
the
podcasts?
space. Just over the phone, mainly in the US actually.
Wow.
Yeah. It's called Food Entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Justin, I can't remember his last name, but yeah, just like did a few episodes with him. Pretty cool. So like behind the camera, never.
More podcasts coming up.
Yeah.
Now with the marketing stuff, we'll get a little bit more deep into that now because what I do for clients is I teach them going consistent, persistent, go for it at scale, and I've just started to show them what you do.
Beautiful. Thanks.
And I say to them, this is it. This is the example.
It's a big reward for us that's being taken as an example.
Yeah.
As we said before, it's the consistency is so important, and also you need to get the traction from your for your crowd. So what they want to see, you need to provide, you need to deliver.
Yeah.
And that's funny enough is I'm going back to Europe because the business school in Marseille are studying Il Locale. So we've got, I think it's like 50 students that actually are studying Il Locale, and they're gonna provide me kind of refine of the brand would work for the European market.
Oh.
And the franchise business model as well.
Global.
Yes.
You're going global
that's
before
why I'm
you go national.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go global at one point.
So fucking
We've got a shop lineup in Bali, which I cannot talk too much. But Canggu is one of probably the next one.
I mean, he's on the show. Years from now, I'm gonna flex as fuck. I'm gonna go. He was on my show. He was on my show. Now we'll be doing shit by then anyway. We'll
Every
just be
single
super
day.
close. Now, just tell everybody out there how important it is to just put stuff online.
It's the key. Everyone, how long are you spending on your phone? How long are you spending on your phone? How long do I spend on my phone? This is the one-on-one marketing. You have to be out there. You have to be. We're not using all the tools we should at the moment. We're using mostly Insta, TikTok, Facebook. Facebook, not too much to be honest. Next stage is YouTube. Like we're gonna build our YouTube channel and everything. You have to be out there. No one is reading the paper anymore. Like everything is online.
Yeah.
So if people don't see you online, they're just gonna walk past your shop. This is how you're gonna get customers. That's never gonna work. So you have to be out there.
Soundbite. There you go. A lot of clients will be able to watch that clip over and over again. What if my video hasn't gone viral yet?
That's fine. Just it's a work in progress. We've got videos on TikTok. They've hit like 8.5 million views. And the video is us doing just the crust. This is one of the products. Put it in the oven, take it out of the oven. 8.5 million views on TikTok.
Why do you think it worked?
Algorithm. I don't know. It's just like it just eats. So basically, I was in Europe when that happened, and the guys the video has been posted on a Friday or Saturday, And Monday, the guy was calling the manager. He was like, Matt, have you done any promo or anything that I'm not aware of? It's like, no, nothing. So why? It's like, we've tripled the sales on the Monday. I said, like, okay. Then I checked TikTok. I'm not a TikTok user at all. And I checked the TikTok and it was just like bing, 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 notification, notification. And the video went viral. And the sales that we got from that video was insane. Everyone knew us. So if the video doesn't go viral, keep working, keep working, keep working. It's so important. Be consistent. And if it doesn't work and you're dropping everything, you've done everything for nothing. So just keep putting out there your content. Try to do some research. Don't just go, I gotta do this. Do some research. Is like the viral videos. We try to be on the trend as much as we can. Like the next day, it's so important. Like that Ashton routine kind of things. Ours went crazy because we straight away, and I've seen the guys from Varsity did it as well, and it went so well. You need to use some trends as well. You can create yours. We had just one that went so well. It was me. So basically, we've got a bench in Scarborough, okay, Il Locale, and I drove past, and it was like all graffitis. I was like, oh fuck.
That's my favorite video you've done.
I was like, fuck, okay. So I had the kids in the car, and I was like, boys, do you want to give me a hand? And Malo was like, what do you want us to do? The bench. We need to clean the bench. He was like, yeah, of course. They're always ready to do something. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Went to Bunnings, get the spray can, graffiti remover, whatever. And I parked the car in front of the bench. And I didn't want to record at first. I was like, we're just going to clean and off we go. It's like, okay, I'm just going to put the fun and just record the whole thing. And put that on story. I did like the editing myself, which I'm very bad. Put that on the story, and it hit like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 views on the story. So I called the guys, like the marketing manager. I was like, I think this video could do well. And then we've posted it, and just like bang, just like crazy.
It's the best place to test it.
Exactly.
Story, 24 hours, see what it does, litmus test.
Exactly.
Push it out.
Exactly. So this one went well, and it's nothing to do with Pizza's products, or it's me with my two boys cleaning up a bench. So
it's funny. Yeah. It's funny how that works. Like
exactly
6 years of posting TikToks, over 3,500 videos. I know what works, but I also don't want to chase the rabbit hole of virality, because is going viral everything?
Correct.
Is it?
No, it doesn't at all. It's rare, so rare that it goes viral.
But then here we are seeing all this shit on the internet going, I will teach you how to go viral consistently.
It's never going to happen.
It's not a fucking thing.
There's no, I don't know if there is a recipe for that.
So my most viral video on Instagram is got 8 million views for the first time.
Okay.
It's just me sitting on a plane, and the caption is personal best raw dogging flight attendant, because it's a trend. You know, the sitting in there, not watching anything, no headphones?
Yeah.
That was the trend. And I have this creative thing where I can take a trend and I can really spin it to be something different, unique. But a lot of the time I like to have people go, you're doing that wrong.
Oh, really?
Because that brings engagement.
There you go.
So I put headphones on, and the person sitting in front of me is that seat on some of those planes?
Yes.
Yeah. Where it's the cabin crew sitting there for takeoff and landing.
Yeah.
That was it. And he was like slumped down and looking down. So I was like, okay, I can't see his badge. You can't identify him. I'm just going to go for it. And I have my 6'10" badge, shirt. Yeah. I have my 6'10" shirt up, around, done, 7 seconds.
That's it.
And then I purposely made the captions like it sounds like a typo, because you raw dog the flight attendant. The fuck?
You weirdo.
Posted it. Hey. So viral.
Crazy.
I think I got maybe 1,000 new followers, and because I don't promote anything on my personal channel, I just, and then 6 months later, I reposted it. It got more views than the first one. So there is a formula, but in terms of what actually works, the magic is in the moment.
Correct.
You can't plan virality, or you can, but you're going so in depth like Mr. Beast.
Yes.
That that's what your business is.
Correct.
It's no longer selling pizzas or whatever.
Correct.
So, man, but like what you said before, the consistency is so important.
So important. And don't be afraid of keep going, even you've got no return. It's like one day that's going to pay off, and people want to see you. You cannot overpost as well, especially with this kind of industry. People are sick of seeing just pizzas. Like,
you got to do something different.
You have to do something different. And now we are more focusing on the brand rather than the products in terms of communication, because a pizza is a pizza. Like, let's be like, you can see 1 million different kind of pizzas is still a pizza. The brand that's behind, the vibes, the community that you want to create, it's completely different. We're gonna launch some cool parties in the shop, which I'm not gonna talk too much about it, and that's gonna be about the community as well. Like, we're gonna give back to the community.
I'm probably going to spoil it, but have you seen those rave things for the cafes?
Yeah.
You're going to do that with the pizzas, aren't you?
These kind of things. Well, here we
That's
are.
a hard yes.
That's now here we are. So we really want to create like the boiler room.
Oh yeah.
Kind of vibes, and the pizza room. That's how we're gonna call that. And
so instead of the boiler room, it's going to be the pizza room. You're going to have a DJ in there, and everyone's going to be absolutely smashing it, and then eating pizzas and vibing
in every shop at the same time, live streaming. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay,
that's what we're gonna do. DJs that we're gonna team up with DJs in Perth. I did some quotes to get world famous DJ. I cannot afford them yet, so that's one day. That's what we're gonna do. Yes, soon.
No, they'll be. You'll be quoting them.
Oh, I hope so.
To have a
one
that's
day.
Awesome.
But yeah, that that's in terms of marketing and brand development, that's on the track. Yeah.
I always had this one idea. I think I remember seeing it in Amsterdam. I went there. My wife is Dutch. We went there and I saw this pub. First thing we went was bitterballen straight away.
Yeah.
The balls. And I was in this pub and they were like, right. They had this challenge where you come into the pub, you grab it's like a map. It's like a beer tour, like a pub crawl.
Okay.
But they are networked and aligned with all these other pubs around the area. And it was like, come here, drink this beer, and then do this task or something like that. And I was like, no one's doing that in Perth.
No.
There you go. Your 7 locations. You got your live stream DJ thing.
That's something we can do, like a roadmap.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Like on the back of this. Like
it's limitless.
Yeah. Like
it's limitless.
Yeah, look like here, like a roadmap.
Yeah.
Like
even inside, you open your pizza and you can, and that's the beauty with the boxes is this is free marketing. And if you're a pizza shop owner, I shouldn't say that because, well, if you're in Perth, but use that as your marketing.
Yeah.
This is 100% of your customer will eat the pizza out of the box. So if you're still running plain white boxes, you got it wrong. I'm sorry, you got it wrong. It costs less money than a plain white box, sorry.
Less money.
Don't
you have to get it printed or some shit?
So basically, I've got a supplier. If I buy a pack of 50 boxes plain white, that would cost me $25. These ones, 21.
How does printed?
Because I've ordered so much.
Oh, okay.
I will still order so much white because I will sell the exact same amount of pizza, maybe less. These ones $21 for 50, and before was 25.
Man, that math's not mathing.
That's not math. And then
that's crazy.
Like even branding on the inside.
Oh, the microphone.
Sorry. We're even talking about like here at the back, like everywhere, it's cheaper.
Yeah,
it's cheaper. Every single time that someone see one of my boxes out there, my friends or whatever, they take photos and send it to me. It's like, are you still guys doing the pink and the yellow boxes? Yes, we are. It's not probably the best color marketing wise, but it does work for us.
No, it stands out. It stands out big time.
Yeah.
What's the minimum order of like a custom one? Like if we did like a collaboration, for example?
Could be nothing. Like we can make anything. Could be from 200. I've been asked already to do a lot of because this is brand exposure.
Yeah.
This is, and we already talked with Dan from Straight X because we do like kind of bit of potting.
Yeah, I knew you guys would get along.
Yeah,
very similar. You're like the French version of Dan Bradshaw.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
You guys should have a wrestle.
Well, probably, yeah. No, he would beat me up like straight away. But he's doing like the work he's doing. Like I actually bumped into him Saturday. He just got back from like the
Montreal?
UFC, UFC, and then
And now he's in. Oh, he was
it
in
was
London.
London, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I bumped into him at Needs getting some bread. See, French. And they're doing like a big party in July, and I told him like we're gonna do like a collab on the box, and he was like, yeah, let's fucking do it, because this is good for both the brands and collabs and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
beauty.
he's got an army of Street X followers, and
Yeah.
they need to eat. What are they going to eat? Oh,
Exactly.
Il Locale. It's fucking amazing. You know?
We do a lot of things with them, and Dan, it's good luck.
Yeah, I
Very
definitely. It's for me. It's like a collection.
Yeah.
Like what story could we have together that commemorates our coming together, becoming mates. I've got my BTS up there with the skateboard.
Yeah.
So that's a local owner who made that custom completely
for you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So Gully Boards, shout outs to Gully Boards. Just made that, and it's sick. I've got he made me a second one so I can skate it.
Oh, so you got one collector and one you can skate around.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, because I want to have like a collection. You go to Macas or whatever, there's like special editions for months. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I want to team up with anyone that I'm in line with and do like custom boxes.
Yeah.
100%.
I can't wait till we have our proper official launch party and have the pizzas. We should customize them.
100%. And that's the thing, because we're using a supplier that's in China, but there's so many people in Perth that want to work with us, and we can do like a custom made in no time. So if you're a Perth-based pizza box maker, hit us up.
I've got the next section here. I've got a fast pod. It's called Pod Decks.
What's that?
Pod Decks is you choose a theme.
Yeah.
And then I run you through the questions.
Okay.
So have a look through and just choose one of those decks. You can't have a look at the questions, just choose the theme. Meanwhile, whilst he chooses, I'm going to give a shout out to the studio, Bright Czar Studios. Why wouldn't I sponsor myself? The studio we produce this podcast in is something that we've created for your podcast. You can have this background if you want to put whatever you want on the shelf. See, I've got the pizza boxes here, so why not you come in and put whatever stuff on. You don't like this background, you don't want shelves, get your black curtains, different couches. It's limitless. We have an awesome space in Myri, so if you're keen, give us a call, link in the description. Anyway, what's the go?
So I don't know, entrepreneurial secrets on mental health, because I'm working with the guy from Obi Cafe, and we did like a big events in mental health in this industry. So I think I'll go with mental health.
All right, let's go with mental health. Let's do it. 10 seconds, no more for your answers.
Okay.
Okay. What does mental health mean to you?
So important. If you don't have a great mental health, I think your life can go shit.
Nice. Have you ever had thoughts of the word that I can't say because
myself? Never
in
my life. No,
yeah.
I'm so happy. Like I've got the best life.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So you are living your best life.
I am. Right now, not 2 weeks ago.
What should you do if you're worried about your mental health?
Probably get support. I would say, from specialists. Yeah.
Do you have any ideas of how we can prevent mental health problems?
Speaking up and having more podcasts, I would say. Like people talk about it. Yeah. This is so important. I'm just listening to podcasts in my car, so yes.
What's the podcast you're listening to at the moment?
At the moment is Start With Why. I've read the book, and now, because this is one of the best books you can find, so now it's the Start With Why.
Nice. How do you know if you might need a mental health check?
If I don't like what I'm doing in business, because this is my whole life at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to last year, are you happier or sadder?
20 more times happier, but 20 more times more stressed.
Do you associate stress with mental health?
I would say so, yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch more questions, but we covered a bit. I've got some specific pizza questions because a few people have asked me to ask you these. Cold pizza, yes or no?
In the morning, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breakfast, 100%.
Oh, big fan of cold pizza. Your ideal pizza?
That's on the menu actually. This is white base. It's called Il Locale. This is my favorite one. It's white base, roasted potatoes, Italian sausages, red onions.
Oh,
So,
okay. I gotta get that one. Nice. Um, which pizza shop are kidding themselves?
like local one.
No, like go global.
Well, we know the one. The way they've handled stuff is just so bad, and that's why they're like drowning.
If it's not Il Locale, how do I know I'm getting myself a good pizza?
In Perth,
Anywhere.
there's the lads at the Napoli.
The Napoli's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, in general, anywhere in the world.
Oh, in the world.
And
sorry.
I'm not talking about a specific pizza shop to shout out. How would you know that you're going into something that's going to be authentic or good?
I would say the vibes. The vibes. If I know if the pizza will be good as soon as I like cross the door. I'll know it straight away. The vibe, atmosphere, the smell.
Yeah. That was my pro tip for when I was going to get a tattoo. If I were going to a tattoo parlor, I need to have the vibes on. Because then I'm feeling good. The person that gave me the tattoo, I was good. The first 2 tattoos I got, there was not the great
Disaster.
vibes. It wasn't like I don't regret the tattoos, but like there was no connection.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it wasn't like a big masterpiece of both of them. But the second one, it could have been better.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
You have to get the connection with
You
the
have
tattoo.
to.
Like I've got a bit of tattoo, and you have to get that connection
Yeah.
because you need to understand everything. Same with the pizza. If I rock up in the shop, I know if the pizza will be good. Yes or no.
Now, I hate to talk about this topic because it's like, oh, it could happen to anyone. I've been going to a specific restaurant for years. Never had a problem. Loved them.
Yeah.
And then one day I got food poisoning.
Okay.
And it was clearly something from there because I didn't eat anything else that day. Now, off chance someone thinks it's your restaurant, what do you do?
How you know you got how the owner knows that you got food poisoning? It's the reviews on Google. It's very important to people to share their thought and what happened. As a business owner, I don't want to serve bad food. And if sometimes for whatever reason the product that we served didn't meet the expectation of the customer, we failed the customer, send us an email. We're going to make it up. Having people reviewing on Google is like, oh, the pizza was not cooked enough or too cooked, or there is some dots on the crust. Yeah, this is our branding. Like there's some dots, char grill on the pizza. If people don't understand, they don't understand that this is what we're doing, and they just write 1-star review or the chicken was raw. We don't have a pizza with chicken. Like all those kind of things. Send us an email. We always make it up. I would be crazy.
Wait. You don't have any chicken pizzas?
No, we don't have.
And someone said,
yes, chicken was raw.
What the fuck?
I think that's the competition.
Was it like a ham pizza?
Competition.
They thought it was
Competition. And I know who they are. But anyway, long story short, every single business owner, they don't want to fail in business. So they want to make sure the product, they want you to return. So why would they do something bad on purpose? They will never do this, ever. Otherwise, they're crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the things that that's on my mind lately is being at the mercy of the Google reviews.
Yeah.
Because it's like a quick slope down to the bottom of stressing. You know, if someone had a bad experience, you should have a chance to redeem yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
Send us an email and say, come back and we're going to show you. We failed you. We're very sorry.
Yeah.
We cannot be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
That's why I never check the reviews when I go out there. I never check the reviews before because we don't know anything of what happened to the experience of this person that's going to leave a 1-star, 2 or 3-star review. We were not there. We don't know what they ordered, or we don't know nothing. Maybe they were in a bad day. We just had for Bodega, so it's one of my brand. We had the Western Australian come rate us undercover. Okay, they give us a 17 out of 20. This is crazy. Maybe because I don't know. The chef was in a perfect mood. The review writer, she was in a perfect mood. So everything can change from a day to another.
There's too many variables for
Exactly.
food reviews.
Exactly.
And there's one food reviewer that does it right, and his name's Keith Lee. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
So he does it really, really properly. And he doesn't take any like payment or anything. And that's the way it should be.
Correct.
If you get invited to a place to review the food, you're not going to shit on them because
Exactly.
you're just like, oh, come on.
It's
they gave you a good
it's a
review.
bribe.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bribe.
a bribe. Yeah.
And like, I remember a couple of the most recent ones that I did. What I do, I get invited all the time. But I say to them, I'm like, listen, guys, I'm going to come and I'm going to have a look and I'm going to eat it.
If I don't like, I'm gonna say it.
If I don't like it, I will pay for it,
Yeah.
but I won't review it.
That's good because that's give them the chance. Okay, you didn't like it. What
Exactly. And
what
we're going to talk about
fail,
it.
and
Yeah.
then we're gonna improve.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a good way.
Yeah. And I've been put into the category of a food reviewer who takes advantage of restaurants.
There's heaps in Perth. Sorry, the
And
heaps in Perth.
and I agree, it's fucked.
Yeah.
I
never
just
invite.
hate that. I
Yeah.
hate that I was put in there. And the guy that did it, I tried to have a chat with him. I don't want to go into it, but I want to have a one-on-one with him in
Yeah.
person. And then on the day he flaked, and I'm just like, bro, man-to-man chat. You're calling me out on some bullshit, but you know. And he has like a food place. I'm not going to give him the
Yeah.
satisfaction,
To name it.
but
Yeah.
the food is really good.
Okay.
The food is really good, but he's just like, to me, a human to human, my experience with him was not that great.
No, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
chance to redeem myself and then still not allow that. It's just like,
No, it's not right.
it's not
Yeah,
right.
No.
But yeah, the food review scene.
It's we love having people reviewing our food. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's very important. But what I find out is we've got countless of DMs. Do you want us to review your food? First, they don't follow you. So how the hell they heard about you? It's like, oh, we need that many pizzas for free. Then we do a review.
Fuck's
It's like,
sake.
I'm sorry, get fucked. Get fucked. It's like, come, at least follow us.
Yeah.
Be interested in what we're doing.
Mm.
And then, come here, I have a chat, blah, blah, blah. So we used to do this, like inviting all the food bloggers. And the problem we had, I'm not going to have so much friends after this. But anyway, that's something they have to improve. They all come at the same time, opening. They all post the exact same thing at the exact same time. It does hurt businesses.
Yeah.
So if you're a business and you do this because this is very important for you, keep doing it. But get one every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Public relations.
Yes, and
101.
one every 2 weeks. So you're going to have this consistency of a new food reviewing your business, a food reviewer, whatever you want to call them, and every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you get them all at once, they're all going to come, they're all going to share the same things.
Yeah.
And then you're never going to hear about them ever again, and they will never come to your place to pay anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it doesn't help the business. If you really want to help the business, having free food, at least get interested in what we're doing.
Yeah. And give them a Google review at least as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I did a Nepalese restaurant review a couple of months ago. They invited me and they put on a spread. And I love Nepalese food. There's
Yeah.
something about Nepalese food.
I love to.
And this place had a cool story. They've been there for 30 years.
Okay.
And I had my first bite and I was like, oh, this is so good. And then I was just like, right, I need to put even more effort in this because it's genuinely good.
Perfect. Yeah.
And then, it did really well, both on TikTok and in
There you go.
Instagram. And I'm just like, that's the biggest stress for me when someone invites me to, say,
Yeah.
come try my food. And then I make a video, it doesn't perform well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
But as we said before, we cannot control that.
No.
It's the time we're gonna like what people want to see. It's there's too many
Yeah.
different.
You
things
got to
to-
manage the expectations, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's like why the food review stuff, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But I also have this internal system of going, right, I don't want them to know I'm coming.
Yeah.
I want it to be unbiased.
Everyone knows you, so it's hard for you.
Too big. And like, I don't want extra toppings or extra, pizza or anything like that. I want to like authentically,
Yeah.
be there. But then also like, this is a big one for baristas as well. Like this is one of the reasons I don't review coffees specifically because the barista might be different the next time I come.
Correct.
and or someone comes and
Yeah.
sees the review. It's like, but then it's the same with the chef. Like the chefs aren't there every night; they
No.
have a day off.
Of
I used
course.
to live with the chef for 5 years. He was a sous chef. He never wanted to be a head chef because he goes, the $5,000 difference is not worth it.
100%.
100%.
Because you need to take care of everything. And
The
when shit
menu,
hit the fan,
yeah.
you are the first in line.
Yeah, but that's what I learned from him. Like every time he was like making lamb or something at home, and I was just like, "Can you show me how to do it?"
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he'd explain it with passion, and I'm just like, I forgot already, but I can't wait to try
There
it.
you go.
But yeah, we would talk about it all the time. It's so reviewing food is so like
It's same as colors. We all have different tastes, different
Yeah.
colors, and and if you're in good mood or if you're in a bad mood, it's very hard. So it's even as a customer, one day you're gonna love the food, and second day for whatever reason, it's gonna be a different experience. It's so hard. But the thing is, with the reviews, it could hurt businesses. Like it could. So what we always ask people, if you didn't get a great experience,
Give me feedback.
Send us an email.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it up. We're not here to first thing steal money or make your experience not great.
Yeah,
Because
otherwise
we
you're
want
a
you
shit
to come
business.
back. Exactly.
Yeah.
We want you to come back.
There's one business that does this really well. So Hood Burger,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Shout out to Matt. His system's pretty great. Like we went to Hood Burger last month, and Sabine, my wife, she doesn't have the gluten. She didn't want the buns. Now
Okay.
they do have a gluten-free bun, but she just wanted a bunless burger that time. So she ordered a double cheeseburger, and she loves the mustard, the pickles, and all that stuff. And they didn't have it. They didn't put it on there for some reason. They just forgot because it's such an
Can happen.
abnormal order.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't check it because I'm just
Yeah.
busy being the Uber Eats driver now for her. And I get home and she opens it up in most disappointed face. Now, normally we would just both go back and but she's pregnant. Anyway, she writes an email. She's one of the good ones. She writes an email and then they say, "Yep, no worries. We'll give you the credit. Come back in store." They put a name in. Great system.
But this is the key.
Yeah.
This is the key. And if we fail, we want you to try again. And this is that's it. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. And businesses, they don't think of the common sense stuff, especially in hospitality.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of restaurants, right? They open up, and most hospitality businesses fail within the first 5 years.
Correct.
Because they don't have a good product, which is weird. They don't have good service, and they don't have good marketing.
Correct.
What the fuck are you doing?
You need to spend money on these key points.
Yeah.
This is so important.
And you got to rotate them around. And the other thing I tell hospitality people, because they always reach out to me saying, "Sev, can you help my business?" Right. Product's good. Service is good. You're missing the marketing. What's going on? They're
They don't
like,
wanna spend money.
Or they're like, "We're too busy." I'm like, that's the best time to do the marketing
of
because you
course.
look busy, because you are busy.
Yes.
So when winter comes, which it has,
Yes.
and you're not as busy, you can push out the content.
Correct. And people know you already. So yes.
Yeah.
And the marketing, I've got so many mates in the industry, and sometimes they don't want to spend money on marketing, and they want to do everything on their own, but they're not media manager or public relation manager.
You didn't get into it to market.
And I see sometimes on Instagram the best restaurant, best location, best food, but they're doing their own social media, and it looks terrible. So it doesn't value the experience you're gonna get there, because when you get there, whoa. This is crazy. Get someone, you're going to pay even $1,000 a week. It's a massive budget, but geez, your social media presence will fly.
Yeah.
It's so important.
A lot of gold nuggets.
It's as important as your rent for me.
Yeah.
It's as important as your rent.
As important as rent.
As important.
Marketing is as important as rent, according
is.
to a Seven location owner.
Yeah, 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, 2 more questions. One is, what is the first thing someone needs to think about when opening up a hospitality business? Or the most important thing?
There's the key one when you open your first shop, I would say budget, because the budget you have in mind, it's unlikely you're gonna fit in that budget. So make sure you've got a bit of backup.
Okay.
Especially with my last venue. Even having few venues, sometimes I still get it wrong.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing.
Yep.
And second things is I didn't have any experience in hospitality ever in my life when I first came to Australia. Trust in what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you've got an idea and you work hard, just keep working. You're gonna fail. I learn every day. I fail sometimes again every day, and it's just like I take that as experience. It's
Experience,
like
learning
I'm
moment.
learning from fails.
Yeah. Finally, I think I know what you're going to say. What is your one pro tip in life?
In terms of
having a successful business, being able to juggle that with being a family man, what's the one pro tip, a piece of advice you have for anyone out there?
Right now, my best motivation is I'm free of whatever I'm doing. So I can manage my own time. I can manage my own life. I've got the best team that I can rely on. What's important is if you want to grow, you have to delegate. If you don't want to grow, work in your shop to put all the system in place, like from yourself, from your experience, teach your staff. And then the thing is, trust what you're doing. This is the key. If you don't trust in yourself, who else is going to trust in you, in your product? So trust in what you're doing. You're going to fail. Yes, you're always going to jump back in. It's so important. And listen from the other, like having experience. I'm listening every day from other people with experience. So yeah, that's the key.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man. Go out there and crush it. And thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
It was a
excited.
pleasure.
I'm excited to have some pizza. I had pizza yesterday from, I don't want to give a bad review to someone, but just cut poorly, and it just tasted like sauce, and the ingredients, I was just like so disappointed. We go there for a different reason, because they have an alternative thing that we love, and they do that really well.
Okay.
If I say too much, I'll give it away. So I don't want to
Okay.
But that's why I'm saying, man, you need a pizza shop in Fremantle.
I'll get one.
Yeah.
Trust me. I get a great franchisee, and we're gonna get one. And also, I've been asked, what pizza would you try every single time in the restaurant to check if the pizzas are good? Margherita is the go-to. You taste the tomato sauce, the cheese, and the actual dough. So there's no covers of salami or any other ingredients.
Yeah,
so
one day you're gonna have Dave Portnoy review your pizza.
I hope so.
Are you gonna shit yourself?
I hope so. No.
Take it on the chin.
Yeah.
See what happens.
That'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, guys. As always, good thanks.
Cheers.
See you later.
Thank you.